But first, of course, that big story, an India Today impact that has led to the first major resignation of a BJP leader since Narendra Modi took office in May 2014 and Devendra Fadnavis took office in Maharashtra in October 2014 for charges of corruption. Revenue Minister Eknath Khadse's resignation came after continuous India Today exposés of his land scam and alleged phone calls that were made to him by Dawood Ibrahim. Let's tell you how India Today's investigation finally forced a mighty minister to step down.
He may be smiling on his way out, but Eknath Khadse's time had been running out ever since India Today's explosive serial investigations began 40 days ago. On the 26th of April, it was India Today's explosive news break that sparked the fire. It was India Today's investigation that first revealed that terrorist Dawood Ibrahim had been calling a prominent Maharashtra politician. India Today's special investigation team collaborated with ethical hacker Mahesh Bangale to probe who this Maharashtra politician was. Our relentless pursuit paid off, and within a few weeks, our investigation identified the Maharashtra politician on Dawood's call list. On the 21st of May, India Today was the first news network to confirm that the politician on Dawood's frequently called list was Maharashtra Revenue Minister Eknath Khadse.
अब वो मान रहे हैं कि कॉल डिटेल रिकॉर्ड में दिख रहा है क्योंकि आपने दिखा दिया कि कब बातचीत हुई, कितने मिनट बातचीत हुई, क्या कॉस्ट हुआ उस बातचीत का। अब वो कह रहे हैं कि शायद किसी ने हमारा फोन क्लोन कर दिया।
वाकई में दाऊद का नंबर आपके पास कहां से आया, कि ये वाकई में दाऊद का नंबर है या नहीं है, मैगजीन चेक का नंबर है या नहीं है। तो मैंने प्रॉपर्ली उनको उनके ही सिस्टम पे, उनके ही सामने सारी चीजें ऑथेंटिकेट करके बताई।
As the story broke, the minister himself denied getting any calls from the Underworld Don.
इस नंबर से कोई भी इंटरनेशनल कॉल किया भी गया नहीं, इस पर आया भी नहीं। प्रतिक्रिया ये है कि कोई हाइक भी कर सकता है।
But India Today continued to investigate and demolished the minister's defense with solid proof, one after the other. Unearthing the minister's Idea cellular phone bills, India Today proved the minister did receive several calls from Dawood Ibrahim's Karachi landline number.
फरवरी में आपने अगर 1300 रुपए का बिल दिया तो ये फोन चलता नहीं था, ये ऐसे कैसे हो सकता है?
एक देखिए, फोन मैंने बताया आपको कि मेरा फोन करीब करीब स्विच ऑफ, और इसमें कहां से फोन आए, क्या फोन आए, किसने हैक किया या क्या किया, इसके लिए तो पुलिस छानबीन करेगी। जहां तक मेरा सवाल है, मैंने किसी से भी इंटरनेशनल कॉल से, मतलब दाऊद से तो बिल्कुल ही बात की नहीं है।
Eknath Khadse remained defiant, but India Today was unrelenting in its investigation. We dug out the exact duration of the calls made between Eknath Khadse and Dawood Ibrahim's phone.
The reality is, and has been speaking to several top hackers, cyber experts, you can clone a phone once, you can't clone it again and again.
Even before the Maharashtra Revenue Minister could furnish his full defense, India Today dug out another Maha scam on the minister. India Today revealed the dubious land deal in Bosari in Pune. A deal where the minister misused his power to buy 3 acres of government-owned land in the name of his wife and son-in-law. Documents with India Today proved that Khadse had bought land at 1/6 the market rate that had been originally acquired by the Maharashtra Industrial Development Corporation. Cornered once again, Khadse denied any illegality. But India Today came out with another sensational disclosure that the Revenue Minister had been approached by the original Pune landowner for compensation, if you can believe that.
A place has been, under the thing of a lot of brokers. For the last 10 years, a lot of people who have been coming as mediators. So that's the only way we actually got this buyer, and we were not aware of it.
Then came another revelation. Land lease documents accessed by India Today clearly established that the land in Pune was acquired and owned by the MIDC and that there was no way that Khadse's purchase was legal. India Today's investigation team doggedly pursued every thread in the Khadse land grab controversy, even getting the police officer who filed a complaint against the whistleblower to admit on camera that he was pressurized by the minister.
जो बोला वो लिखा, वो क्या कर सकता है उसका रूल रेगुलेशन, और सब डिपार्टमेंट को लिख के दिया मैंने, उसने मेरे पास कंप्लेंट देने के लिए बोला है, मेरे को जानकारी दे दो.
The final nail was India Today's investigation number 9 in the Khadse land grab controversy. Stamp duty documents that showed that Eknath Khadse deliberately undervalued the land outside Pune and bent rules to buy land worth 31 crore rupees for a paltry 3.75 crore rupees.
India Today had first told you how this plot of land in Bosari, which markets estimates suggest was worth around 40 crore rupees, was bought for 3.75 crore rupees by Eknath Khadse's family. It now turns out that the stamp duty that was paid, which would value the property at 31 crore.
Relentless, hard-hitting investigations over 40 days that pushed the minister into the corner and finally out.
So what next for Eknath Khadse and what next for the BJP's campaign Na Khaunga Na Khane Dunga? Joining me now, Rahul Kanwal, who's spearheaded that investigation, Sahil Joshi, our Mumbai bureau chief. Rahul, first of all, many congratulations to you and your team for relentlessly following this story. But the big question, Rahul, is that the charges against Eknath Khadse in terms of his calls to Dawood Ibrahim, where this all began, do you see that actually now taking off in any way because there is an ATS inquiry, or is the primary charge against him still in the case of the land scam?
I think, Rajdeep, very clearly the most clinching evidence has been about the land scam and the misuse of his position to benefit himself and his family members. That is as clinching can be. On the issue of what Manish Bangle, the ethical hacker, claimed, we haven't so far, Rajdeep, and you know, it's very intriguing, heard an official denial at all. There hasn't been one single official denial. What complicates matters is that on the Pakistan telecommunication invoice, you can clearly see these calls being made, and all the defenses that Eknath Khadse had so far, that my phone was switched off, that this number wasn't in use, or maybe I got missed calls, all those defenses were blown away. However, and we've been saying this from the first word, we're not saying that Khadse spoke to Dawood Ibrahim. We don't know that. What we know is from a landline registered at Dawood Ibrahim's residence in Clifton in Karachi, there were calls made to a mobile number registered in Eknath Khadse's name. Maybe some associate of Eknath Khadse was using that phone. Maybe the minister wasn't on that particular mobile set at that time. We don't know the answer. This is why we're being very, very careful. But so far, there hasn't been an official denial. What we've heard when we've been speaking to people in the ATS is that they're waiting for Idea Cellular, which is the telecom operator, to provide them with the bills. They say this is made complicated by the fact that this goes back to January to March 2015, whereas as per telecom regulation in India, any telecom operator needs to keep bills with them or call detail records with them for 1 year. So that's the complication. But my understanding after speaking to some very senior intelligence bureau officials who've looked at this case very closely is they don't believe Khadse spoke to Dawood Ibrahim. However, they are convinced that the evidence in the land scam is evidence which is very clinching. That really is what pushed the BJP into having to sack him.
Given that, Sahil Joshi, given that the evidence against him prima facie, at least in the land scam, is extremely damaging, is the BJP serious about this judicial inquiry, or will it go the ways of previous inquiries where after a few months he'll be given a clean chit and he can even possibly return to the cabinet? He was sitting after all next to the BJP president in Maharashtra when he gave his resignation. Is the party going to stand by him? Are they willing to actually order maybe a CBI probe headed by a retired Supreme Court judge? How far are they willing to go? a CBI monitored Supreme Court investigation? Are they ready for that?
I don't think so. They are ready for CBI monitored Supreme Court investigation. But right now, I clearly can see that BJP is in a mood to give him a clean sheet, because the way today press conference happened, it's like they have already given him a clean sheet, because on the dais there was Maharashtra BJP president. There were 4 senior ministers from Devendra Fadnavis's cabinet sitting with Eknath Khadse, and all of them were saying that we don't believe that these allegations are true. We know that these allegations are not true. We know that there is no evidence, but only on the issue of morality, we have decided that Eknath Khadse is going to resign. So basically, they have already made the mind that he is not guilty, and then afterwards, the judicial probe has been ordered. Now, as far as land deal is concerned, it's been clear, and India Today has been saying this since the first time when the story broke. Since then, we have been saying that it's a conflict of interest. On technical grounds, Khadse might be right, but as a minister, when someone comes to you for compensation, you can't make a deal with that person and ask for the compensation from the same government in which you yourself is a senior minister. So that is something which is a conflict of interest, and that is what even the chief minister informed the BJP chief and the prime minister, and that is the reason why Eknath Khadse was told to resign. So this is something really interesting, and this is what we will need to find out if the judicial probe comes out with this. If you remember, even in other scam, the final nail in coffin was conflict of interest for Ashok Chavan. What the probe, the report said is that Ashok Chavan made other society, supported other society so that he can get the flat in leeway of whatever help he did for the other society, and that's what has has happened in this particular scam as well.
We will wait and then see whether this inquiry that Devendra Fadnavis has actually ordered results in it being taken to the logical conclusion, or is there an attempt now going to be made to whitewash the issue now that Mr. Khadse has resigned? But either way, that investigation at India Today has clearly put a huge question mark over Eknath Khadse's immediate political future. Thanks very much, Rahul Kanwal. Sahil Joshi joining me here.